we have sort of sorry. I know that we had some like we have this functionality which is not being duplicated, but it's kind of similar in the hookups feature and the Hangouts feature, and we had it right from the start. So I think we just need to pick up the best bits out of both places and just combine it into a final product.
You had mentioned at one point something about like having one page and being able to toggle the features. Maybe I'm not sure if it was between scrums and hookups, or do you have more? I guess I'm wondering what your thoughts are.
Right. Well, I wasn't specific then. I just like an idea. Have one, basically just have one page and being able to choose what you want. Like you want to see the Hangouts, you want to see the hookups, you want to see the scrums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Hangouts can be scrums or hookups, though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The same. Yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't just thinking about that lately. I was thinking that once we sort of settle with basic functionality for viewing existing Hangouts, then we can sort of explore further and decide how we go about it.
Okay. Okay, but we could. Okay. Yeah, I like this the design though. I think I'll try maybe later today. I'll try to take the design you have and put it into the pages that I'd been working on before. Does that sound like a good idea? Or?
I think so. I think it would be. I mean, anyway, it would be useful for you to browse through the CSS and the HTML.
Okay.
I've spent some time refactoring it and cleaning it out, so it should be an okay example how to do it. Although I must say, this is probably the first UI job I have ever done in my life.
Okay.
Well, that's not too shabby for a first job.
To be honest, with the modern CSS, it's not exactly too difficult. With the Bootstrap framework and the modern CSS, basically all you have to know is the keywords, and that's it. And just
so you've piggybacked off Bootstrap, have you?
Oh, we're using Bootstrap for the whole website.
Right.
So basically, this panels thing, for example, the panel, the collapsing panel. John, could you just click on a couple of panels to show how?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, these things, this is done by Bootstrap. So we have a panel heading, we have a collapse panel, and all you have to do is the keywords for marking the divs. So you just have a couple of divs, and you mark one as the heading, you mark the other one as the body, and you mark the part you want to be collapsed as a collapsible body, and that's it, really. Now, popover is just a matter of just, again, adding another keyword to the HTML tag, and you get a popover, things like that.
Okay.
And does it look good on a mobile? Have you?
Oh yeah. John, could you just resize that window a little bit so it collapses into a small? Yeah, so it looks like this.
Yeah, that's smart.
Hey.
Lovely.
I wonder if we could have and so right now the Hangouts is in one table, and the events are kind of in a separate table. Like the pending events are kind of come from this events table, but even then the repeating events are kind of generated. The instances are generated on the fly, so it's a little bit different. But I wonder, I guess we could mix them together, right? So we could have just like active events and then events that are coming up soon in the same table.
Well, surely. I mean, for a start, we have those two buttons at the top, which is toggle summary and show all live Hangouts. We just could add a few others, like crumbs only, or things like that.
So what's the difference between all and live in this case?
Oh, all is like all Hangouts ever, even the ones that finished, and live, which are live at the exact moment.
Yeah, I haven't spent much time thinking about whether, past Hangouts, whether we'd want to show those. But I guess that's another option. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well, basically, that's a big improvement over if we basically storing all the hangouts in our database. We don't need to query YouTube or or any other third-party services to look for our videos. All our videos are already in our database. So this could be a starting point for a view to browse the old hangouts, filtering by users, programming languages, projects.
And I see Marion's here.
Marian, hi.
Hi.
How are you
So
doing?
have you? Oh, yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good.
How are you guys?
Good. So we were just talking about Yaro's the interface, the new interface. If you look at my screen.
Yeah. See, it looks nice.
And yeah, we were talking about how it tied in, how we could tie it in with upcoming events, and then also past events. And then I think you just overheard we were talking. He was talking about tying it in with the past YouTube videos as well.
Okay. What did you mean by the videos are in the database?
We have a table called Hangouts, and we're storing all the details of that particular Hangout in a database. So we have the link to YouTube video, we have the Hangout URL.
Okay, go ahead.
Marion, what was the feature you were working on? You've been working on
The Scrum's timeline.
Scrum's timeline.
So that is a little bit, it's related, but actually different because that goes out to YouTube and queries for the last 20 Scrums and displays them.
I think it would be really easy to basically take your Scrum outline and just make it query our own database instead of querying YouTube. That would simplify things a lot.
Sure, yeah, that would be. But I mean, it's got to go out to well, yeah, that would be good. And then I don't know if you saw it, John. It's on development.
Okay.
It's a different looking format. It's in a timeline, so it's in order by most recent. And it's on development / Scrums.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a running copy you could show us on the?
Yeah,
on your
if
screen?
you can. Do I have it running?
It's on website-develop.
Yeah.
Website-develop Heroku app. And then /Scrums, is it?
Yeah. Is it website? Somehow I can never get to that. Website number 1 or the word 1?
Word 1.
Word 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Okay, great.
So you're pulling this actually from a different, not from our database, huh? From
YouTube, because we had started this before we had that.
The historical reason for that is that before, when we started a Hangout, we didn't have any way of recording the URL or the Hangout details because it was completely done on the Google side. So the only way we could do is then just go to YouTube and browse all the members' channels and pick out the videos which are sort of related to Agile Ventures. Which is an awkward way of doing it and not very reliable.
Yeah.
Now with the Hangout application, we're recording every Hangout instance in our database, so we don't need to go for YouTube anymore.
Yeah, and does it tell you what kind of Hangout it is, whether it's a Scrum or pair programming?
Well, basically, it can tell you anything. So, basically, when you click the start button, you pass all kind of arguments into the Hangout. At the moment, we have the title, the project, the event, the category, the host. We have participants. What else? That's it.
Yarrow, if I go to the projects page now and start I'm not logged in right now, so I don't see the button. But if I start a Hangout from the project page, is that will the project's title or the project's ID be stored?
Yeah,
It does. Okay.
It will save the project. It will save the project ID. It will save the host ID as in your user ID because you have started it. It will save a title. A title is just pre-populated with something like website 1-pair programming.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, and that's it. And also that data is being used to post notifications into Slack.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay.
Oh, by the way, there's also a pop over host. That was just like a try. I was thinking maybe it's a good idea to include some useful data there. So when you look at the host of the Hangout, you think, oh well, do I want to go there?
Oh, I see. User rating. Okay.
Like number of pair programming session, how many. Well, I'm not quite sure what data to include there for it to be useful.
Yeah. I guess it would be nice if we could click on the icon and go to the members profile.
Oh, you can. If you click on it, you will go to members profile.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And you can also click on the participants and go to their profile if they are registered.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see.
That is done just in case if some people join the Hangout and they're not being registered on website 1. If they are, then you can go to their profile. If they are not, they'll just come up with the default avatar and a not registered label.
Okay. So at this point, if the Hangout is finished, you don't have the capability on there to go to view the YouTube video of it, right?
Pardon?
Or if the Hangout is complete, like the feature that Marion was working on, where you could view get a link to the YouTube video of the completed Hangout. Am I missing something? Or okay, so that isn't on here right now.
The watch button?
Oh, the watch button. Oh, so that's to watch a past. Okay. Okay.
Well, join button is to join the Hangout, and sort of that. You're bringing up a good point that should be grayed out for the Hangouts that have been finished already. But the watch button, yeah, is to watch the video.
Okay. Marion, what are your thoughts on this versus the Scrums?
The first version of it had a lot of animation because I was sort of practicing the CSS, but Brian just cut it out completely. I had like floating things floating up and floating down.
It does look nice as it is, I have to say. I don't know whether it looked nicer before, but...
No, well, I mean, it didn't really. It's just the first time you'll get your hands on CSS3.
You can't help yourself.
You'll just keep on putting animating there, animation there, and things just,
Yarrow was like a kid in a candy store.
Exactly. CSS3 is amazing. You can do so much stuff so easily.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think you should have the ability to filter, as John was saying. I think to filter out just the pair programming or maybe scrums.
Yeah, I think that's a logical way to have to filter out by
Project.
category. That's the first thing.
By project, by participant, because sometimes I'm looking for something. You know, I know I worked with John. I don't remember the day. We worked on local sport, and to be able to filter by that would be really helpful to go back and find the video.
So the category, the project, the participant or host. Well,
Yep.
basically by all the fields except for started.
Yeah.
That's not too useful.
Started? Oh, whether it started or not?
Oh, by the way,
Actually, that would.
we should add a thing there too. Yeah.
Also, we could do something like show the past, the past day or the past week, or we could filter by started as well. In effect,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't have a date there. I just have a time.
Okay.
Because originally it was only for live sessions, and I thought, okay, no point showing a session one day ago because it's not going to be live. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, and we can extend it over time. Yeah. And from one iteration to the next, we can add these things.
But yeah, if you have any other ideas about the user interface or the functionality, please add your comments to the pull request, and I will sort of plan it for next iteration.
Yeah.
Because this iteration, the pull request just got out of hand and it's too long already.
Right. So, okay, well, should we move on from this to see what Craig's been up to and Marion's been up to?
Sure.
Okay. Craig, why don't you go ahead?
I think Yarrow's already aware. I've submitted a pull request which needed rebasing and tidying up, and Yarrow's helped me do that. So I need to look at doing something else. And I've also been involved in the OSRA project, so I've got little bits to do there as well. There's nothing blocking me other than time. I'm not around at the weekend, so I thought I'd try and get a couple of scrums in before I disappeared.
Okay. And Marion?
I haven't really done anything since the Scrums timeline. I wasn't around yesterday. Yeah, I was gonna go maybe try to work on poor local sport, poor neglected local sport
Oh.
later. But
So
why.
when is Sam gonna be coming back? Does anyone know?
27th.
Okay. And yeah, so my plan is to try to integrate the CSS and HTML styling from Yarrow's page here into the hookups page that I'd done previously. I think it's mostly just for me to get some practice with CSS and HTML until we figure out where we're going next with these pages. Although I might look into kind of merging into one table the hookups and then what we're calling the events, which are really just pending hookups, right? Upcoming hookups. Let's see if we can if I can figure out. I don't know. Yarrow, do you think there's any point in that at this time?
Well, why not?
Okay. I guess I'm just afraid it's going to be kind of lost in the shuffle if it's not really under a what do you call it? The pivotal tracker stories. But anyway.
So why not just make a story then?
Yeah, I guess I could. I still need to think a bit more about how to do things so that I'm not so it doesn't, because I guess what I work on and what Yarrow's working on, and also what you've been working on, there's a lot of overlap, and
I think that's what Thomas is going to try and deal with at the weekend, is it not?
Partly, but to be honest, it was clear from the beginning that there will be an overlap with these three things. Personally, I think it's absolutely okay because it's a lot easier to discuss these things when we can see them live.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, before it was like difficult to say. I had ideas, Marin had ideas, Marcella had ideas, you, John, have ideas, and what's the final picture?
Right.
I mean, I don't mind making things and just scrapping them away because that's experience anyway.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So to be honest, I'm quite happy to reformat this page whenever other, or merge it into the Scrum's index or whatever, because UI was more of a practice for me. I'm more concerned about the backend, because the backend behind this view is the most important thing. We can get the data from the Hangout application, we can parse it, we can store it in the database, we can get all the details of participants and stuff, and using that backend, we can build any kind of UI on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to get cause you have made changes with this pull request as well to the backend, and I'd like to get that.
Oh, by the way, John,
through.
I've done like 3 lines refactoring in one of the hookups pages of yours.
Okay.
To make use of Factory Girl for the Hangouts. Because I have created a Factory Girl, and I have created a factory for Hangouts with all the associations, and I basically moved all the creation of Hangouts and tests to use Factory Girl.
Okay. Okay. Good. So yeah, if anyone wants to pair up on something related to this, whether it's redoing the CSS and HTML or something else, I'm available for the next hour at least.
I'll be available in about 10 minutes or so, or 15. We'll make it 15.
I'm afraid I can't. I've got to shoot off.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got some stuff to do for the next couple of hours too.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So, John, if you start the Hangout, I will join in some time.
Okay, great. Will do.
Cool. Okay, nice seeing everyone.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, say bye-bye.